Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes here, back with another video. And what I have for you guys today is something new that I've been deciding I want to do. I'm going to title this the Ultimate Action Figure Upgrade. And of course, I'm only going to do these videos when it comes to figures that are ethical. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what I'm going to do is showcase how we went from an earlier version of a character that we got in figure form to a newer version. And I felt like this was the perfect day to go ahead and discuss Naruto because, in case you guys don't know, it is Naruto Uzumaki's birthday. Yes, I'm that big of a fan that I know that. So I felt like this would be the perfect way to start this off. And again, if you guys do enjoy it, then we'll keep them coming. But for now, let's go ahead and get started so I can show you guys how we went from this to this.
That's what I'm talking about!
With a little bit of this in between.
I beg your pardon?
So you guys already know how these videos work. Make sure you drop a like for your boy, as I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already or you're new here, and let's get right into it. Now, if I remember correctly, the SH Figuarts Naruto Shippuden line started right around the time that the 4th Great Shinobi War was airing on Crunchyroll every week, and the series was beginning to wrap up, either in the manga or on TV. I'm not entirely sure, but I do remember what that time felt like for me. I remember the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line was taking off and going crazy. Every release that came out, people were really excited for, myself included. But Naruto has and will always be my #1 anime. And so when they decided to finally showcase the promo images for the #1 hyperactive knucklehead ninja, you guys have no idea how ecstatic I was. Just seeing this figure in the middle on display made me happy. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. There is a major sense of nostalgia going on right now as I'm looking at all three of these figures side by side. But I do want to make it clear that I'm only going to be discussing Naruto in this review. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be discussing his Shippuden version, but I'm not going to be discussing any kind of Biju forms, any kind of Sage Mode forms, and I'm not going to be discussing Kid Naruto as you see in the back either. I'm only going to be sticking to these three, which if I was doing a Goku video, it would be me focusing on base Goku figures only, not Super Saiyan 2, 4, whatever else we've gotten figures of. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at these guys so we can examine some of these details and then we can see the difference between all of them. Now, my focus is primarily going to be on this figure in particular because out of the three that I've showcased, this is the one that I didn't review. I wasn't doing YouTube videos at the time of this figure's release, and so I do want to take the time out to talk about it because at the end of the day, this figure will always hold a special place in my heart simply because of the fact that it was my first taste of Naruto and SH Figuarts form at a time when I really needed it. Now, I know some people are looking at this like, what the heck, this is not that heat, yo, it's whack in comparison to the new one, and you're not wrong. But if you were around when this figure released, I think you would have a greater appreciation for it. And to be honest, it's really not that bad. It does have some issues, but that's to be expected when it comes to older SH Figuarts. Now, the detailing and sculpt work on this, absolutely phenomenal. You're not going to take that away from it, and I'm not going to do that because if you look at the hair is sculpted very, very nicely. Now, it does look like cheese in comparison to the newer figures, but at the time, I thought it was great. The headband looks really nice. I do love that it's on a ball peg, so it does swivel in and outward. Now, I did have to watch this because I think it broke on one of them. The faceplate looks really good, man. Well, it did at the time. Obviously, it's not the best now, but when it came out, I was okay with this, man. It's got that signature Naruto grin, those bright blue eyes, the whiskers, everything that I really love about this character. The sculpt work for the outfit looks really damn good, man. And I think there's some shading in here. It's very subtle, but it looks like there's some blacks in here, like even like a little wash. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it definitely looks like it, man. For the most part, the paintwork is also very clean on this guy. Now, that being said, the paintwork is also the biggest issue because this is probably, I don't know, I bought like 8 of these figures because shadow clones, obviously. But I remember my first one, it was pretty bad, and I don't want to showcase that one. But this one has some of the same issues. As you can see, it does have paint scratching off here. That was a reoccurring thing on all of these figures here, especially in the black. But you can also see it scraping off right here on the butt. So yeah, that did kind of suck. That's the one thing I disliked about it. But other than that, man, I really enjoyed this all the way down to the feet, man. This figure looks really insane, man. And even to today's standard, I still think that it holds up, man. It really holds up. Now, moving on to the very first upgrade we got. This is what I like to call the best selection Naruto, even though technically this one isn't the best selection version. It was just re-released as a best selection, and so that's what I title it as. But basically, this is the, I don't know. I don't remember if they put out the Sage Mode version before this one or not, but either way, they did make a Sage Mode where you could take the arms off and swap the jacket pieces and all of that good stuff. But this one right here is him when he is not in Sage Mode, so I felt like this was the one to discuss. And as you can see, this one looks so much better, man. The frame is a little bit better. Now, whether you think the outfit looks better on this one than the previous one, it's really up to you. Kishimoto's art did change quite often, and so at first Naruto's clothing was really baggy, and then at other times it wouldn't be. Sometimes he looked a bit more slender than others. So at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you which of these you do like more. Personally, I do like this body a little bit better. Now, one issue that this figure really did have was that the torso articulation was almost non-existent. While it does look good, you can't pose this guy around much at all, and that is what really sucked whenever you wanted to get him in those attack poses, those Rasengan using poses, all of that stuff, man. It just didn't really work. I do like that they stuck with the ball peg for the headband. That to me is one of the best decisions they made with this figure. And yeah, man, everything just looks good. Now, this one does have a bit more of a shine to it because this jacket right here is a very hard plastic versus the pants that are just all sculpted. I don't know. It is a bit of a different plastic. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not no customizer. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, this one to me just looks a whole lot better, man. I really do enjoy this, even though it does have that same issue where paint scratching off. This is one thing that I do believe they improved with the newer version, which we're actually about to take a look at now. But before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at the worst part of this figure, and that is the feet. Ooh, that ain't it, bro. That ain't heat. That ain't heat. Now, taking a look at modern day Naruto, you can look at this figure and just tell that everything about this guy is so much better than the previous releases. He doesn't have any other restrictions that the older figure has. As you can see, the torso is actually split up into 2 pieces with a soft plastic, or not a soft plastic, but a floating plastic piece right here that really helps with mobility when it comes to posing this guy around. So you can really get him in those attack poses and not have any issues. The arms, so much smoother. Articulation on this guy is just way better, man. It blows the other figures out of the water. He kicks very well, kicks inward and outward. And then if you guys watch my review, you'll know the articulation at the legs is just insane, yo. I don't know what Tamashii Nations was on when they decided to put this Naruto figure together, but I think that they truly decided to take all of their mistakes that they made from the previous figures and fix them when it came to this guy. Whoever made the notes or took the notes or whatever they did, made the documents when it came to constructing this figure, great job, man, because this is an absolutely perfect Naruto. And if you watch my review, the only issue I had with this guy is just that he is too tall. That's literally it. Everything else, absolutely wonderful, man. Perfect, solid, 10 out of 10 figure for me. Now, I did say that I was going to be focusing on this figure the most, and that's exactly what I'm going to do for the remainder of this video, is basically review this figure because I never got the chance to do it. Now, if you guys look, he does come with tons of accessories. As you can see, you get 6 sets of hands, including his jutsu hands, the thumbs up hand. You get 1 extra hand for holding on to the Rasengan, which this wasn't the best design at the time, but I still like it. He does come with 4 different faceplates, including his signature smirk, a neutral expression, teeth gritted, and then he does come with a yelling, screaming face. This piece right here is where the headband is, but I already have it attached to the back of him. He does come with his ninja pouch and 2 different kunai. So very, very strong when it came to the accessories of this first release. I think Tamashii Nations did a great job with this. Now, when it comes to the articulation, I don't think anyone would expect this figure to be stellar, but at the end of the day, for me, it was everything that I needed it to be at the time of release. The headband is on a ball peg, as I said earlier. It does rotate. Now, I believe mine is stuck in here. I think I couldn't take this off when I packaged this guy back up, and so that's why it's still on, but I'm not going to pull it out, so we're going to leave it like that. Anyway, he looks up about that much, which isn't very much at all, but it's to be expected because the hair touches the back of the neck. He looks down a little bit better than I remember, but as you can see, if you look down too much, the faceplate is going to start to pop off because the pegs do peg into the headband that are attached to the faceplate. Now, when it comes to the arms, they go up and out about that much. Now, engineering wise, these look like they would pose very well, but sadly they did have some problems. You can bring them in, but you really have to be careful with that rotation because sometimes these pieces get stuck off in here and they do cause problems when you try to readjust them. So yeah, be careful with that. He doesn't have an actual bicep swivel. Instead, it comes from the shoulder, but as you guys can see, it does work. Double jointed elbows. Ooh, another paint splotch right there. Double jointed elbows that work fine. Hands are on a ball peg, also move around just fine. The diaphragm is actually better on this figure than the best selection Naruto, and that's not saying much because it's still not much better. But as you can see, he does crunch forward a little bit, crunches back a little bit. It does have a ton of mobility, but you're gonna get some gapping. That's to be expected. And when it comes to the waist, you're not gonna get anything out of there. He does turn just a little bit, but that plastic does start rubbing against it, so be careful with that. I say be careful like somebody's gonna go pick this figure up. You guys know, still be careful. Anyway, drop down legs. Now, I'm so glad they're not doing this anymore because I was having a ton of issues where these waist pegs were breaking. So I'm glad that this is something they're slowly getting out of, even though it does help with mobility because as you can see, our guy can kick, man. He can definitely kick. And then when it comes to doing the splits, no problem. So that's really good. He does have a thigh swivel, so that's good. At the knees, double jointed. Definitely not the best design, but they are functional, so I'm not going to complain about that. My knee on this is a little rocky. I think it's coming loose. Uh-oh, we don't want that. He doesn't have any kind of mobility in here. All of this is one piece, so it's not like the newer Naruto figures, but the foot goes down about that much. It goes up about that much. It does rock, and then it does have a toe hinge. So articulation-wise, again, man, at the time this released, I felt like this was good. It did everything that I wanted it to, and that made me happy at the time of release. And just like that, there you guys have it. 3 different eras of SH Figuarts Naruto Uzumaki action figures in which I personally enjoy all of these, man. Now, it could be because Naruto is my bread and butter, but I really did enjoy making this video, man. Now, that's not to say I'm going to enjoy every single one of these I do. Depending on how this one does in numbers, I will keep this going. But for now, again, I really had a whole lot of fun doing this video. And now I'm going to leave you guys with a question before I get out of here. Do you have all of these figures? Did you start with the best selection Naruto? Did you start with the brand new Naruto? After you got the new Naruto, did you sell the old Naruto? Feel free to drop whatever you want to in the comment section below, as I do always read them and I always try to respond as well. But yeah, also, if you guys did enjoy this, let me know what you want to see next in terms of an action figure upgrade. Now, it has to be something I've got in my collection, and obviously it has to be something that Tamashii Nations has made multiple versions of over the year. I can't do SH Figuarts Tanjiro with Figma Tanjiro. That's two different companies. So we're talking about the same company. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. That's what I'm going to be doing when it comes to these. If it's two different companies, then it's going to be a who did it better video, which is completely different. So yeah, I did want to make sure to specify that for the one person who doesn't exactly understand what I mean in terms of what these videos consist of. But yeah, overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.